What's up, people, and welcome to Doctor Who Month, where we celebrate the 62nd year anniversary of the titular sci-fi show we know and love, Docky Who. And in this particular episode, I'm going to be showing off my entire Doctor Who Big Finish and CD collection. As you can see here, I own quite a lot of Big Finish. In the mix here is also a few little cheeky Doctor Who BBC audio books that we're also going to be going over in this video somewhere. So as you could see, we have a lot to get through in this video, and I'm very excited to show off all of the Big Finishes that I indeed own and go over my thoughts on Doctor Who Big Finish and the audio drama world of Doctor Who as a whole. So let's just get into it, shall we? And there you have it. The entire shebang of Doctor Who CDs in my collection amount to just shy of 2 full shelves worth, as you can see here, and geographically, just to clear the air, these are currently situated on what is usually my where my Doctor Who DVDs end up sitting, with my metal CDs sat down below them still. If you're wondering where I had to move my Doctor Who DVDs to make space for this video, you don't really want to know, but I'll show you anyway. They're currently sat on my chair at the moment, for the lack of room my room has. That's the best place I could really offer them at the moment. But like I say, that does make way for quite a fun Doctor Who video, I might say, because we finally get to go down memory lane and look through my entire Big Finish collection, which I haven't done in a number of years, so it'll be nice to do it again finally. To quickly overview it, you can see I've got the spin-offs down here with the Time War stuff, then with some companion chronicles there, and then the gargantuan amount of Fourth Doctor adventures here with the monthly range there, and then yeah, I guess we'll start at the very beginning with the BBC audio books with the Engines of War adventures, read by Nicholas Briggs of all people. It's very good find. I usually read the book over listening to the audio, but I have sat through this once and it was a lot of fun. We have the cut down audio of Genesis of the Daleks, audiobook of Warriors of the Deep. We have the Web Planet here as well, still sealed, haven't listened to it yet. We have the Deadly Assassin audiobook, can't really go wrong with that. Tucked in here, we have the audiobook of The Runaway Train with Pest Control Part 1 on the back. It's a 2-disc set that I think I got free with a Doctor Who magazine back in the day. Next up, we have a ton of Torchwood BBC audios with Everyone Says Hello, Hidden, Lost Souls, Golden Age, Department X, and Slow Decay. This is a really good one, by the way. Read by Bern Gorman, one of the best characters in Torchwood. Okay, now that gaff is out of the way, let's actually get into the Big Finish themselves, shall we? Now, some of these CDs in this collection are still sealed, but I have listened to most of the CDs that I own here, but the ones that are still sealed, like I say, I've ended up downloading the MP3 that Big Finish offers when you purchase the CD. So if some of them are sealed, that's why. It's not through the neglect of the story itself. It's just a more convenient way to listen to CDs is through the MP3 form. But with that out of the way, let's begin with the monthly range with The Sirens of Time, The Genocide Machine, Mutant Phase, which I quite like actually, Apocalypse Element, which is even better somehow. Project Twilight is pretty great. We of course have Spare Parts, which is one of the coolest Doctor Who stories ever. Still holds up today actually. I re-listened to it like a few months back and it still, like I say, holds up. Jubilee, pretty damn great. Gave inspiration to the excellent story from the new series called Dalek. We have Flip Flop as well. Davros. We have Master, excellent story, that one. Zagreus here as well. Obviously you can see here that some of these CDs are signed, not to show off or anything. We have Scherzo as well, or Scherzo, I'm not sure how that's pronounced. The Juggernauts. The Kingmaker, pretty good one. Circular Time. Enemy of the Daleks. Patient Zero. Silver Tack. Not as good as Haunting of Villa Diodati, though a younger me would have disagreed with that statement. Eldrad Must Die, an actual sleeper hit, by the way. This is, frankly, a hidden gem in the monthly range. I really like that one. Prisoners of Fate, quite a good one. We Are the Daleks, pretty good, actually. I quite like that one too. The Peterloo Massacre. Alien Heart, Dalek Soul. Ooh, another pretty good one. But yeah, that does it for the monthly range, yeah. I have quite a few of the early ones, as you can see, like the 1 to 50 stuff. And then it kind of stagnates towards the back, just because when I was collecting Big Finish, I was trying to get like a lot of them, but then as time went on and my pocket wore thinner, I ended up just cherry-picking the ones I wanted the most, which is kind of what's happened with all of my Doctor Who CD collection onward, is just picking and choosing, cherry-picking the ones that I know that I'll actually listen to and really enjoy. Speaking of, now we move on to the 4th Doctor adventure line, which I still love to pieces. I love the 4th Doctor adventures in audio form, hence why I have the most of here, is that very reason. So we're just going to go in and show them off. So we have Destination Nerva, because I'm such a big Season 12 fanboy, I just had to get this one where they return to Nerva. Energy of the Daleks, pretty solid one. Trail of White Worm. The Antimatter. Phantoms of the Deep, pretty great actually, I like that one. The Dalek Contract. The Final Phase. King of the Sontar, fucking excellent one, love this story. Same with the Crooked Man actually, a 1-2 punch, really good stories those. Requiem for the Rocket Men. Oh, sorry, this is in the wrong order, actually. Let me just put this... There you go. The Evil One, pretty good. Then Rocket Men, like I say. The Fate of Krelos, and then Return to Telos. Really love Return to Telos, actually. The Last of the Colophon. Cloisters of Terror. Gallery of Ghouls. Legacy of Death. Darkness of Glass. I really like this spooky one, actually. We have A Haunting of Malcolm Place, The Silent Scream, excellent story as well, and then White Ghost, which I think, once again, should be down here. My apologies. Should really get my ordering correct, shouldn't I? And once again, one of my favourite items in my Doctor Who collection is still the Philip Hinchcliffe Presents box set. No, I haven't, collected the subsequent releases of this. I still think this is going to be the best by far. They won't be able to top it. But yeah, The Ghosts of Growlstead is honestly such an excellent Doctor Who story. I could not recommend this story enough. Why isn't my camera... Sorry, my camera wasn't focusing there. Yeah, this story, or this box set I should say, is fucking excellent. Yeah, Ghosts of Growlstead is one of the best Doctor Who stories, I think, of all time. It is frankly excellent. You can see in there that it is a 3-parter. And then The Devil's Armada is pretty damn good as well. I think overall it's an absolutely solid box set, and it really captures the vibe of the Hinchcliffe era of Doctor Who, which is my favourite era of Doctor Who, which is, why I had to get a box set named after him. But yeah, that does indeed conclude the 4th Doctor Adventure side of the Big Finish. Now we move into what's left on this row with The Light at the End, which is the 50th anniversary audio with quite a few of returning characters, like including but not limited to the 4th through 8th Doctor, Leela, Ace, Charlie, a blurry camera, come on camera, you can focus it, you can do it, the Master, Polly, Vicky, really cool audio actually. Bit overcrowded with characters, but again, they had to cram all of these characters in for the 50th, and I don't blame them for trying. We have 2 novel adaptations here with Nightshade. Can't tell you how many times I've listened to that audio. And then Cold Fusion on the end here, which is a pretty good story. I think personally I prefer the book version, same with Nightshade. And I still posit that Nightshade is among the very best Doctor Who stories ever written. That is a hill that I'm willing to die on, to be honest with you. But now we move on to the second row. So here we go. On the second row now, we have the leftover miscellaneous stuff with Return of the Daleks. Haven't listened to this one, to tell you the truth, so I can't really tell you about it. And then now we move on to the 8th Doctor Adventures line, which I have a few of. Not many, I'll be honest, but we'll go through them. Blood of the Daleks, Part 1. And then part 2 of Blood of the Daleks there. Pretty decent 2-part story. Ooh. Then we have The Zygon Who Fell to Earth. Pretty solid story, actually. We have The Eighth Truths. We have Lucy Miller. And then To the Deaf. This is an excellent story, actually. I will admit, you kind of do have to listen to Lucy Miller first to get the build-up to what happens in this one, but I will say it is an excellent story. I had the misfortune of listening to this before any of the rest of the Eighth Doctor adventures, which left this one feeling a bit of a confusing mess on first listen, but I'm very glad that I went back to it and tried it again after some context. But now we, oh shit, I keep getting stuff in the wrong order, sorry. Now we move in to the Companion Chronicles briefly, which admittedly I don't have very many of. I've never really been the biggest fan of this line of the audios, but I do have a few. I have the First Doctor Volume 1 Companion Chronicles, which has a good collection of stories here with The Sleeping Blood, Unwinding World, Founding Fathers and The Locked Room. We have the Companion Chronicles of the Second Doctor Volume 1. This is probably my favourite of the Companion Chronicles stuff I've got, with Mouthless Dead, Story of Extinction, The Integral and The Edge. But then we do also have the Third Doctor Adventures as well, but this one isn't actually a Companion Chronicle, this is a full cast drama with Prisoners of the Lake and The Havoc of Empires. I remember enjoying this one relatively speaking, so yeah. Oh, we also have another Companion Chronicle here, The Many Deaths of Joe Grant, which is fine. I didn't really enjoy this one very much, to tell you the truth, but you might feel differently about it. We have a few lost stories here, actually. I've been meaning to get more. Like, the Mega is one that I've had my eyes on for a while, but this is all we got so far. We got the First Doctor box set of the Lost Stories, and then we also have Hexagoria and The Elite. I quite like The Elite, actually. This is quite a solid story, I won't lie. And now we move into the Time War stuff. We have Dark Eyes 1, and then of course Dark Eyes 2. I will eventually get the rest of the Dark Eyes series, probably. It is a pretty damn solid series for the 8th Doctor. But then we have the War Doctor with Only the Monstrous and Infernal Devices. We have the War Master, which is excellent, to be honest with you. We have Only the Good, and then the Master of Callus. Love the War Master stuff. I think it's absolutely excellent. It's shameful that I don't have more. And then we have the classic Doctor's New Monsters box set. You kind of got to have that if you're a fan of Big Finish. It's a classic for a reason. And then, on the end, we have some spin-offs. We have the Countermeasures spin-off. I have been meaning to get my hands on the rest of the Countermeasures. I really enjoyed this box set. I'll get to it eventually, hopefully. We have Gallifrey Time War, the box set, which features many characters that I like Leela, Ace, and the War Master. And then we have some Torchwood audio dramas on the end. We have The Conspiracy, we have Fall to Earth, Forgotten Lives, and then One Rule. And then, of course, Torchwood Believe. And I bought this originally because I was so hyped to see the original Torchwood lineup starring in it. All of the actors as well. John Barrowman, David Lloyd, Bern Gorman, Inoko Mori, and Eve Miles. Pretty solid audio for a pretty awesome lineup. It didn't live up to the hype around it, I won't lie, but my expectations for this thing were quite high at the time, so maybe if I go back to it one day, I'll appreciate it more for what it is. But now that does do it for my Doctor Who CD collection. That's all of them. We're fucking done, thank goodness. And just like that, we have now reached the end of the video. This has been me showing off all of my Doctor Who Big Finish audio in my collection of Doctor Who. Let me know in the comments which Big Finish audios you like the most, if there are any missing from the Big Finish line that you think I should get and want to recommend me, just stick them in the comments. If there are any that I do own that you haven't tried, that you want to, ask about it in the comments as well. Maybe I can give you some insight whether it will be for you. And yeah, if you have any more discussion topics on Big Finish Doctor Who, or Doctor Who as a whole, or what happened in your day today, stick it in the comments, we'll have a conversation, and it'll be great. So, that'll do it for this video. Thank you very much for watching once again, and yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye for now.